Hi there, I'm David, and this is a little film shot from the point of view of my 2-meter radio control glider, and is scenes shot over the countryside of North Essex. So we're out in a meadow just outside the hamlet I live in, and not firing up the electric motor. The interference pattern you can see is the propeller as it goes round. But during most of this film you'll find that you can't see that, simply because I've cut out the bits where the propeller spoils the view, and the propeller then folds up and we glide around the skies, taking in the view. So here we are over the arable land of East Anglia, although what we've turned to now is essentially amenity land that somebody manages just to look beautiful. So just down there is some fairly newly planted native woodland. And there in the distance is the hamlet of Twinstead, in which I live. It's a very ancient place, certainly the Archbishop of Canterbury, who was beheaded in the Peasants' Revolt in 1381, lived up here. Nobody quite so famous nowadays. Some of the buildings are converted farm buildings. Our own house is what was a courtroom, nowadays a cottage. Here we are over the native woodland. We're looking off into the sort of towards the east. This is fairly early in the day on a early autumn morning. Across in the distance is the woodland, ancient woodland that is attached to the village. That woodland used to provide firewood to the villagers, and the footpaths that took them out there and back are still maintained. Not that too many people go gathering firewood these days. So now we're turning to the north. We're heading towards Sudbury on the Suffolk border with Essex. You see amenity land, which is rather like some of the nature reserves that surround us, is there for environmental purposes and to provide a beautiful environment to walk in. You can see the design here is almost gardening on a grand scale. Somewhere down in that field is a dot, which is me. You notice the hedgerows are quite wiggly in some cases. The field boundaries around here are from ancient times, although a lot of the fields are much bigger now than they used to be. And that tree is where my plane ended up, which is kind of unfortunate. Anyway, here it is. 2-meter wingspan with a Mobius camera strapped with a cable tie to the canopy, and vibration damping with some thick felt, 6-channel radio control system. And here's a rundown of what I've been saying to you. The whole kit that has been used to make this film is remarkably good value for money these days. All of it's Chinese, as you might imagine. Camera, HD 1080p camera for under 50 quid. Glider, £60. The rest of the bits that are needed to put it together, most of them are actually in the kit. You also need a lithium polymer battery to power it. They come in at about £8 and give you half an hour's floating around the countryside, which is pretty good. There's not really very much more to say about this, except if you like this sort of thing, this is just such good fun for not a huge amount of money. I can't recommend it highly enough. Anyway, there we are, drifting around North Essex. Thanks for watching.